never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I mean.
You go ahead first.
Okay. My name is not really Gobas, but I am known by Gobas, so you can refer me to as Gobas. I came to Europe first to study. Then after I finished my study, I decided to stay here because of the situation in Ethiopia. It wasn't a safe environment for me. Being a member of the queer community. So yeah, basically that's about it.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Faiz Kuchi Gazahain. I'm originally, yeah. I was about to say like I'm originally from Ethiopia, but yeah, we all know that. I was born and raised in Addis, and I lived my entire life in Ethiopia. I just moved to Austria in 2017. Since 2010, on a personal level, and then since 2013, as a queer collective, I've been working as an activist in Ethiopia. And due to that work, my security got compromised together with my collective queer Ethiopian fellow activists and advocates. So as part of me trying to be safe and continue to do the advocacy work of queer, the advocacy work, I moved to Austria, and currently I live in Vienna. I think this is, we would get to know each other well, like as we go on in different questions, but on a personal level, discipline-wise, I'm a trained computer science. I worked as an IT expert when I was in Ethiopia, and after I migrated here also, I've been working as an IT expert also as a mental health trainer at the moment. And I also co-founded and work at House of Gramaile. It's another Ethiopian grassroots level organizations, which is the extensions of my work when I was in Ethiopia. And then I also do performance art. I use style activisms to narrate the stories and my activism work through that work. And then also I consider myself as a queer Ethiopian culture producer.
Thank you very much. And how about the behind you on the wall? Is all the painting is from you, or is just from someone?
Yes. I am not a painter. I am more like a drawer.
Okay.
But some of them are mine, and some of them are artists that I admire. And then some of them also are, for instance, on this section, some of them are gifts that was given to me, like postcard notes, some doodles that was sent from a friend. So I'm a bit more like, when it comes to on a personal level, I'm more sentimental, and I keep old papers. So those are the things. But yeah, so I do like some sort of doodling, this kind of things, and all that, and then I just post them on my wall.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And let's go on the next question. You already mentioned that your country where you're living now, and how about the Gobes? Okay, let me ask you to the Gobes. Where do you live currently, and what do you do?
I'm currently living in Hungary. I work with marginalized communities. I work with marginalized community. The Roma community, not very well known in Ethiopia, back home, probably not very well known in Korea, but it's a huge issue and a difficult challenge in Europe for the issue of the Roma communities in terms of education, socio-economical issues, and other issues as well. So mostly I work with them.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I can answer that. I think we engage in a lot of things. Personally, I do engage, and then also collectively with others, fellow activists that are based across the world. So, for instance, in the Ethiopian LGBTI communities on these platforms, pushing materials that are produced by queer and Ethiopian queer platforms. And then also messages that are positively narrate the reality of who we are as a queer body. And also particularly me, I do a lot of things regarding to Ethiopia, and also regarding to my queerness and blackness here in Europe. Doing the first ever collaborative Pride online Pride event, 6-hour online Pride event, reaching out big platforms, news platform like BBCs and everything, and telling our stories in our own way. We published a book that is a collection of queer stories. And we also have a live Instagram interview where we introduce different queer Ethiopians to our platforms and discuss what it means to exist as an Ethiopian and queer at the same time, what it means to exist as an Ethiopian and trans, non-binaries, gender non-confirming body, what it means to exist as a queer Ethiopian and disabled person, both visible and invisible disabilities. So we do a lot of things.
Yeah.
This both of us can answer. Let's go with Lish to speak that first.
Okay. It's we have to understand this. Ethiopia is a very homophobic society in general. So it's not really, it's a personal choice. So there are some people who choose to exist in Ethiopia, to stay in Ethiopia, and some of us choose not to continue to live in Ethiopia, and some of us don't really have a choice over it. Well, as I was saying, that it's quite difficult for some people to live in Ethiopia in a very unsafe environment. And for me, it was unsafe environment, but at the same time, it was more of a choice. I did feel unsafe in Ethiopia, but I had the opportunity to travel elsewhere and stay there.
Can I ask some question?
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, that someone can't move out from the Ethiopia because of a situation or some financial issue, something. So as you know, in Ethiopia, as a LGBT, some people feel unsafe because of I saw that there's a law. If someone doing something like a dating with the same gender, then might be the police catch and makes them go to jail, kind of like that. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I know people who went to jail for being in the same kind of a great unsafe environment. It really happens. So there are people, a lot of people. Some of them we know of, some of them we don't know of, we don't hear about. So there is a lot of unsafe, a compromise of their safety happening from everywhere, be it from the police,